What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Blunderbuss79, and we are back over here with a brand new video for y'all. And yeah, let's go ahead and get it. There we go. No, it's been a few actually like a week and a half, I guess. It's my last live. You know what? Let's go ahead and check. Been working a lot of overtime, so I do apologize for that, but do what it gotta do. Oh yeah, it's been almost 2 weeks since we did the Doom the Annihilate and Conquer video. That was the last live stream we did. Happily surprised that that wasn't it. We have dropped some single one shots, so make sure y'all go check those out. Over on the page, the War of the Realms video and that jazz. We did actually get that one out for you guys, so y'all make sure y'all go ahead over there and check it out. So apparently there are some bugs going on with Odin's uniform. I'm sure you've seen the videos from other content creators covering this. Free-to-play Adventures actually did an excellent illustration of this along with other content creators. Y'all make sure y'all go check them out. But apparently Odin is bugged, where his supports are not working. And there are some other uniforms that are bugged as well. The Malekith uniform is actually not getting any hits on one of the skills, so make sure y'all actually Cynic Alex did a video on that. I'm sure y'all probably seen it already, so yeah. But really wild stuff with this update. Of course, every time we get an update, there are I believe it was on his 4th skill. Yeah, it was on his 4th skill at the end for the splash. You know, those hits, they're registering here, but they're not registering in game. I haven't seen an update as far as a bug patch or anything like that is concerned. The uniform for Malekith is still really strong, but then it also brings into question the other uniforms as well, with their sort of underperformance with Enchantress as well as Magic. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this uniform for Malekith right now though, because the sale is coming to an end, and this is gonna be their best this is gonna be the best that you can do for them. So if you do want to use those characters, I would still suggest picking up those uniforms, because that's gonna be their best options in terms of DPS if you plan on playing with the characters. And if you don't plan on playing with the characters, then I would say go ahead and give them a skip for the ones that you're just not gonna mess with. Of course, that's pretty much the standing rule of most uniforms in this game, because there are just far too many. And you know, if it's a character that's probably not as popular, they're probably not gonna get anything else ever. So you know, that's kind of the way that I look at it. And we'll go ahead and do some conversion no's, and we'll sell the 2s and get them out the way, because I'm not gonna sit here and build up Obelisk right now. And we do have to make some inventory space. I do apologize about this. I should have had this done beforehand. So my apologies for you guys for having to sit through this excruciating torture. And we're just gonna go ahead and I've been doing this for a little while. I know gold wise it's probably not as ergonomic, but I'm trying to squeeze out as much as I possibly can. Or economical ergonomics. That's that would be your chair. But yeah, you know, the grip on a fork or something. But yeah, I've been, you know, building my Urus this way, trying to just basically get Odin's blessings. Because we're kind of at a point in the game where, yeah, Uru is great and all, but the value that you're gonna get out of Odin's blessing is just so much more. Where if you have a vast abundance of those things, I would say slowly but surely start building them up. Whereas when the next time the event rolls around, you can go ham on trying to try your luck on some Odin's blessings. The last time the event rolled around, I actually didn't do that bad. So yeah. And what I'm talking about is the Odin Blessing Chance Up event. So if you combine 6-star Uru, you have a chance to get an Odin's Blessing, and they will increase that chance. So whenever the event is on, you get a discount as far as the gold is concerned. So you're able to do a little bit more. So the more 6-star and 5-star Odin's blessings that you have built up already, the more advantage you can take of that system. Also, timeline survival, the best thing smoking out of this update by far. You know, we actually missed a login day as well on this, but we're gonna go ahead and try to get this thing completed anyway. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna go in and run these story fragment farming missions, and then we'll go back and do some of the timeline survival stuff and try to complete that board. Because yeah, I mean, why not, right? Let me see. Also, I don't know if you guys been keeping up, but earlier this month, Secret Invasion on Disney Plus did release their first. I believe they wrapped their first season on the 21st. If I'm not mistaken, let me make sure I'm not gonna get in trouble right here. Now let's mute that. Okay, let's kill that. All right, so yeah, you know, earlier this month, you know, this thing came out on Disney Plus, Secret Invasion, and I watched the first episode. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I was not a fan. I'm gonna try to get through the rest of it. I I know it's gonna be a hard watch, but if you guys just head over to, I know this isn't the best place as far as get a feel for what people are thinking about this sort of stuff. But if you head over to Rotten Tomatoes, let me see. Let's get this pulled up right quick. Yeah, if you head over to Rotten Tomatoes over here, actually, let me slide that over this way just a little bit, and yeah, I thought I had this all worked out, but yeah, we can make it a little bit bigger. Okay, cool. So pause, by the way. Yeah, if you head over to Rotten Tomatoes over here, it's got a 56% average score from both the tomato meter and the average audience score. That's not too good, and I think we're kind of starting to hit that tipping point where, you know, before it was kind of a sort of how can I put this, incentive to yeah, it's reflecting for villains now. Yeah, it was kind of sort of an incentive to keep the status quo as far as a lot of these movies are concerned. You know, people are pretty much, I mean, you can't hide when people show up at the movies and they see empty seats, right? You can't hide that shit. It's no secret that the last few, especially big budget Marvel movies in particular, haven't done very well, and that's part and parcel to this game. So that's why it is important to us over here, right? But at the same time, like I said, people want good stories, and you can't hide this shit when it's blatantly obvious and in people's face. So they're gonna have to get their shit together. And you could argue this has been going on really since before Ragnarok came out. You know, I would make that argument. Ragnarok wasn't very good. A lot of people praised the hell out of that movie. I wasn't one of them. You know, just because the premise, it's not that it wasn't a good movie. I think that it was titled wrong, and there were a lot of parts where they dropped the ball, specifically with Hela. They could have easily replaced Hela with Angela and told the same exact story. So that kind of, you know, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, so to speak. Same with the Transformers movie that just came out, but that's another story. In any of those Transformers movies, in general, I think they all suck. But yeah, so we got the 56% Rotten Tomatoes over there for Secret Invasion and all of that jazz. So we're just gonna have to wait and see how this thing turns out. Like I said, I'm gonna go and finish it up, but I know it's gonna be a difficult watch. It's gonna be excruciating. It really is. These movies should be apolitical in a sense, especially if you're talking about tying it to real world events, um, or the state of like the world today. When people go and they watch these adventures, they want to be taken on an adventure. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. The way that you make a story timeless is you don't tie it to any particular time period. When you do that, you've just taken away its ability to reach beyond what would typically be thought to be possible, right? You limit it in that way. So yeah, the fact that Disney and Marvel are basically bleeding money hand over fist, that shareholders, that annual shareholders conference call, I actually listened to that, and there were people on there that were just like, basically wanting answers to why the return on investment is so down. They publicly cut over $5.5 billion specifically from the streaming and content creation, movies and the like, as far as their spending, and that's public knowledge. So when you have all of these things going on, it's matter of fact, let's let's get this pulled up right here. Story by Deadline. And this isn't the only one, but it's definitely one of them, right? Walt Disney is targeting $5.5 billion in cost savings, including $3 billion in non-sports related content. CEO Bob Iger said on a meaty call after earnings, where he detailed a company-wide restructuring. He said the other $2.5 billion are general operating costs, of which $1 billion is already underway. The rest is incremental and will fully materialize by the fiscal end of 2024. So, and this was back in February. This wasn't even, this isn't even recent. This is old news, right? So you also have to understand how that will affect things other than just Marvel IP content that's coming out of there. It's also gonna affect some of the licensing agreements that they have out there, even though people pay them for the license. If they decide to restructure the terms of those agreements, people might not want to be wanting to pay a higher licensing fee for something that isn't bringing them as much money as it once was, right? Because people's interest in these IPs are tied to certain things, and when those things aren't as bountiful or plentiful, it's kind of like the saying, shit rolls downhill, right? So yeah, this is stuff we definitely have to keep an eye on. Um, as far as a lot of the Marvel IPs, um, and things of this nature, I do realize they're completely separate and independent companies of Marvel and of Disney in general. But there can't be that much money swinging one way and it not affect a whole host of other avenues. I mean, people want the hot thing because it's the hot thing. But what happens when the hot thing isn't the hot thing anymore? So that goes both ways. So we'll see how Netmarble sort of responds moving forward. Something I've kind of been keeping an eye on, so to speak. I mean, it's also one of the reasons why I think we haven't been getting as many new heroes added to the game, right? My speculation on that would be that maybe the price of the intellectual property for somebody like Omega Red was just you know, you want too much money for one character, sort of thing. So yeah. I mean, that would be the simple answer. I'm quite sure it's much more complicated than that. And this sort of hero crisis that we've been in for the last year and a half or so, maybe year and 3/4, because it started a little while ago, right? The sort of hero crisis that we've been in, I think, is kind of part and parcel to that. There was a nice little stretch where we weren't getting any new heroes. And then we got, I believe, Echo. And then we went a while before we got anybody else. And then I think the next person that we got was I think it was M'Baku was the next one. And then we got Cassie a little while after. And then we got, who was the other one? I forget. You know, and this is coming from a game that used to give us 1 to 2 new characters every single update, even with the mid-month sometimes. They're just uniforms, maybe a game mode here and there. Just saying, that's not happening for nothing. So and that's not saying that the game is dying or anything like that. You know, you look at another game in the same sort of genre as this, you know, first person, or not first person, but you know, mobile game dealing with heroes, right? Marvel IP sort of stuff is Marvel Contest of Champions, right? And they're not far off from the same amount of characters that we have. and some of the characters that they have are actually different. Actually, you know what? I never played Marvel Contest of Champions, to be honest. I'm sorry. Yeah, but hey, what's going on, Miles? Miles Edits, welcome to the channel. Mighty boy. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, man. We were just over here talking about I actually thought I had my mic unmuted. But just over here talking about the difference in character lists in comparison from Contest of Champions to what we have. Mostly the same characters, but a few here and there that they have that we don't, and vice versa. And how that applies to things like licensing. In terms of this whole $5.5 billion cutback that Disney is supposed to be seeing, right? By the end of fiscal 2024. So this is going to be an ongoing thing that's going to affect, not only our ability to get characters in the game moving forward, I think. And I also think that's kind of why they slowed that down to a crawl. Because this article was February 2023. This was way, way earlier this year. Was almost 6 months ago. And like I said, Walt Disney is targeting $5.5 billion in cost savings, including $3 billion from non-sports related content. So that's not ESPN. And more specifically, they went on to talk about the streaming services and the movies. Well, that's all the Marvel IP stuff. And then of course Star Wars kind of falls under that umbrella too, because they've been losing a lot of money as well, but that's kind of a different discussion. And then he said the other 2.5 billion are general operating costs, of which 1 billion is already underway, and the rest, I'm assuming just the operating costs, incremental, and will be fully materialized by the end of fiscal 2024. Disney is the latest conglomerate to wield the axe from giant Warner Brothers Discovery. One down as challenges mount for streaming, advertising, and stock prices. Rampant spending on new content streaming has not been matched by the sector's financial result or path to profits. So that's a fancy way of saying they've been losing their fucking shit. Yeah, this has been going on, bro. This isn't nothing new. There's actually a guy on YouTube that does this regularly. DVD Overlord. Go check out his channel. He talks about this stuff way more in depth than I could ever hope to. So yeah, and a lot of what he says actually may take a while, but it actually does wind up panning out. And I've been following that dude for a while now. But I try to point this stuff out because that's where a lot of our slowing down of, because this was about a year and a half ago, right? Maybe 2 years, when they started kind of pumping the brakes on the release of characters. So there you have it, right? There is your reason. There is your smoking gun. There's the why. And then, like I said, this is just my speculation. So, but we'll just put that on there, right? Disclaimer, take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a whole heaping lump of cube of salt, right? Take it with a salt lick. But It's not a coincidence. Us being able to, or Netmarble's ability to be able to license, looks, say specifically from a comic run, is one thing as in comparison to doing their own look, which is something that they've done before in this game. Right? Those are licensed too. It's not necessarily an all-inclusive thing. So think about all of the different looks that we have in the game for just one particular character, like an Iron Man or a Spider-Man or a Black Widow or Captain America or somebody like that, right? Well, some of those are straight out of the comics, some are straight out of the MCU, and then some are just like one-offs that Netmarble did. Basically means some of that stuff has a price tag and some of it doesn't, based on the way that the licensing is written, And it could be some sort of reverse advertisement in there. Because if I'm giving you the look to advertise in your game, the idea is that it's going to bring more asses into the movies to see, sort of thing. So yeah. But I'm no legal or licensing expert or anything like that. I'm just kind of outside looking in and speculating on what I see based on some information that may or may not come my way. I could be completely wrong, but I don't think so. Let's see. What if Spider-Man PS4 skin in October? That would be so far. Well, I mean, some of that does like go part and parcel, right? Or hand in hand with that. Right? They'll wait to give us an outfit for Gamora because she's getting a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 look, right? You kind of saw that with the Black Widow movie outfits for Yelena and Widow. And we got those outfits like way before the movie even dropped, but then they held the tier 3 and the awakened skills for those characters until the movie dropped. When you see stuff like that, it's not on accident. I mean, we could get an outfit for Spider-Man in October. I'm not in a rush to get any sort of outfit for any more spiders, to be honest with you. That's just me personally, and that's because we have so many other characters in the game that need justice. So when they just tend to focus on the handful, and I get why they do it, because they're the most popular and all of this jazz, but then you also have a lot of folks that want uniforms for characters like, oh, I forgot Scream was in there last year. Scream and Toxin and all of them. And that might have been the last time we got more than one character. Was that Symbiote? I think it was Symbiote 1, Symbiote 2. It was one of those updates. I mean, think about it. Thor Love and Thunder wasn't that long ago, right? And they made sure that they held on to this 1000 BC uniform for Odin, and you know, the uniform for Malekith and Angela, and the great Asgard update. Do I know Mortal Kombat? Yeah. Yeah, what about it? Yeah, this is the other thing though. I don't know if you were here when I was talking about this, and I don't remember whether or not my mic was actually off mute or not, because I accidentally muted it. But yeah, Secret Invasion, 56% Rotten Tomatoes score. And I actually personally watched the first episode. I haven't went and watched any other of the subsequent episodes. Oh, you're Liu Kang, the profile? Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, I think, cause I'm playing Mortal Kombat. Sometimes I'll play it a little bit. I haven't quite figured out who I'm gonna build on there yet, but it's a little bit different. I'm really not feeling the whole not having access to all of your moves until you like build up the character type. It's a fighting game, dude. Like, stop trying to sell everything. It's one-on-one combat, right? So yeah, I'm not a fan of games as a service per se, but we can talk about that in a minute. But this whole Secret Invasion 56% Rotten Tomatoes thing, it's just one more thing that's showing how they're losing money, hand over fist on these, you know, $30+ million episode shows. You can't keep leaking like that and expect anything good. You know what I mean? So I like to show this stuff so people kind of know the state of the game and where we kind of stand with that. Well, not necessarily the state of the game, but the state of the intellectual property, right? Now, I don't know if they're gonna be selling off any IPs or anything like that is concerned, but I know there are a lot of IPs there. And then there's one other thing too. Let me see if I can get this pulled up. But no, that's you trying to sell me something. Okay, yeah, we'll get into that maybe a little later in another stream. I want to make sure I find more accurate information, but the whole Disney, Hulu, Comcast thing has also been another source of woe, let's say, for Disney. And when you're a big multi-conglomerate, Fortune 10 company like that, or better, there's so much money there where even if one avenue is losing money, as a whole, you're still profitable. So you're able to subsidize a lot. Speculating here, but they're no longer in a position where they can do that, because the things that generally drew are now costing in excess of what they draw. As a matter of fact, the returns just aren't there. So, like I said, grain of salt and my speculation, but that's what it looks like from all of the reports and everything that I've been reading. So, and that's kind of just the tip of the iceberg, to be honest. But go check out Cameron Pashaw. Go check out, Nerdrotic. Is another good one. DVD Overlord is another good one. Eric July is another good one. Go check these guys out. Because they talk about this stuff in far more detail and greater accuracy than I could ever hope to. Let's see. I didn't watch much Secret Invasion because I thought it was, would be a waste of time. Hey, wait just a minute now. Oh, now it's being difficult. Okay. Yeah, I don't wanna mess up nothing, but yeah. We'll do it from here. Actually, I got more options from here. But yeah. And it wasn't really that like I said, I watched the first episode of Secret Invasion and I was not impressed. It's not that I really want to go back and watch the rest of them, but in terms of me creating content for this particular game, I don't think it would be a bad idea. I think that's probably going to be the next uniform that we get for Nick Fury, possibly Quake, possibly Mockingbird. It's probably going to come out of Secret Invasion. If Netmarble is smart, that's how they should do it. Yeah, that is definitely how they should do it. You know, and they should really, really make a concerted effort to stay away from. I actually like that they have that outfit for Wolverine. But I think they should make a concerted effort to stay away so much from the more popular characters to get some of the other guys out of the way. We're probably gonna get what is that with the Marvels? So we'll probably get something for Spectrum, something for Carol, and something for Kamala at that particular time. Okay, so that's the new look that we're probably gonna get for Captain Marvel. And then this one over here is Spectrum, of course, Monica Rambeau. And then we'll probably get something very similar to this look for Kamala Khan. See. There we go. Yeah, so something kind of like that, which isn't very off from the outfit that we have now for her in game. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna be that. I believe the Marvels comes out in November, so that's pretty much what we're gonna have to look forward to as far as those looks are concerned. Um, of course, they'll probably all be meta. And we may actually get more than one tier 4 in that update. And actually, let me get a decent elemental dealer in there. So yeah, I wouldn't look for a uniform for those 3 characters until, like I said, November. And then of course they'll be back into the meta. Now at the same time, November is what, 2 months away? I believe they come out, I believe the release date for that movie is like November the 14th or something like that. Let me check right quick. Make sure that they didn't get pushed back or anything like that. November 10th, 2023. I knew it was like close to my wife's birthday. So yeah. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's get caught up on the chat. Because I don't have Disney Plus and buying it, well, I'm not wasting my money on that. Well, I will say this. I keep a Disney Plus account. Not that I'm a fan of Disney or anything like that, but they do have a lot of intellectual properties over there that I mess with. It's a good spot for me to go and watch some of the older stuff that I do mess with over there. Like Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, or the 90s Spider-Man, or the 90s X-Men. And I still watch that stuff. You know, great storytelling doesn't get old, per se, right? I also was procrastinating on watching the Orville, so I've been kind of catching up on that over there. So that's kind of why I keep it around. But I mean, the numbers are the numbers, and people are going to speak with their money. And there are a lot of people, you know, that are just like you. If I had all of this stuff on wax already where I could watch it outside of there, I would. But yeah, and then it also helps with content creation, and I'm not necessarily going to spend my money on a movie, but I will wait and then watch it after the fact, just so I can, you know, add it to the content that I'm creating over here, per se. So there is some incentive there for me, right? But for most people, it's not the case at all. Let's see, it's Marvel skin and only a little bit of changes. Yeah, for Miss Marvel, it'll be like a color flip sort of thing. They may actually go the route of removing the bangle. You know, if they're going with Hellfire Gala 2023 sort of vibes, where she's a mutant, but and has always been a mutant, but Tierra Genesis kept her mutant gene from becoming active, which is why the Terrigen Mist didn't kill her, sort of like, yeah. Really, really wild shit. So and then if you watch that trailer, whoever that new female antagonist is, I'm not mistaken, it looks like she has Ms. Marvel's bangle in that trailer. I could be mistaken. So, but the running theme is the bangle sort of helped her unlock her powers or some crap. Like, I didn't even watch the Ms. Marvel Disney Plus show, you know, because I'm not really that interested in the character like that per se. Never really have been. It'd have been nice if they'd have went in and maybe recoded the characters that sort of appear in Shadowland, or maybe not so much Odin. Odin, they could leave that outfit on, but for Enchantress, I think they should really give her her War of the Realms outfit now. You know, just for that particular cutscene, I think would be cool. But we're gonna clean this up, and then we're gonna go over there to the board, the timeline survival board, and we'll go down the list and kind of clear that out. We got one more story to go with my guy right here. Free-to-play players, a new skin. I guess I might have to grind. Money players, a new skin. Let me just buy it. Yeah, I mean, you know that's the case. Like, you know that's the case. For me, I don't get every single outfit. If it's a character, I look at it like this, right? Even for a lot of the Shadowland characters, and this isn't even really the case with Pierce being a thing in the game now. But even if you just want to be able to use a character in Shadowland and push, you know, 255 or whatever, right? For some of those characters, you may not necessarily even need an outfit. And then for other of those characters, you're gonna need an outfit just to make them viable, even for Shadowland. If I already have an outfit that, say, has a heal and gives them enough survivability where I can complete a Shadowland stage, I'll skip their next outfits or whatever, unless they're just really, really good. But for me, it's more of a viability issue. That may not be enough for most players, and I get it, especially for the free-to-plays. But that's kind of the kick that I got into, even when just not even getting crystals, just outside of the start stash. sort of thing. So yeah, and then if it's a character that I like, even if they're trash, Nightcrawler, Storm. Not necessarily that Storm's trash. He does have some use, at least as elemental support. And her DPS isn't horrendous, but the rest of her kit, movement speed, survivability, isn't as great as it could be. But because she's my favorite character, I'm gonna rock with it. You know, and for other people, those are other characters like, you know, maybe a Thor, an Incredible Hulk, or a Wolverine, or a Odin, or Ant-Man, or Enchantress, or what have you, right? And then, of course, the elephant in the room, we still don't have Kang the Conqueror as a playable character. That kind of went under everybody's radar. So I kind of got the feeling that he's gonna be a mid-month. I'm not sure if it's gonna be this mid-month. There's really nothing on the books to where they can't do that. Like, there's no update that's sort of expected. Of course, this Asgard update was out of the blue, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did it this go round for the mid-month. I know a lot of people are really wanting them to touch a few more Asgardians that they didn't get around to, or Asgard affiliated characters that they didn't necessarily get around to. You know, Destroyer would be a good one for them to touch up. Ulik would also, I heard a lot of rumbling about him. You know, the Warriors 3 is another one, another group of characters that they could kind of touch, you know, and just give them uniforms as part of a mid-month update with a shared awaken skill sort of thing. So, you know, there's that. A lot of people were really interested in Valkyrie getting a new uniform as well. So, but you know, I don't think it's gonna be a part 2 to this update. I really think what it's gonna be is probably Kang. For me, if the skin looks good and the movies are good, I'll buy it. Skin looks ugly and the movies are good, it's 50-50. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how strong it is. You know what I mean? We've gotten a lot of outfits that are not aesthetically pleasing, but made the character strong. And not necessarily even a movie tie-in to go with it. Look at the Hellfire Gala outfits, right? The only one that looks good is Emma Frost and Colossus, right? The Mr. Sinister outfit was kind of, it wasn't bad looking, but it wasn't the best. And then the Betsy Braddock Captain Britain uniform was just like, what was that beehive shit they had on her head? Like, what is that? I mean, you mean to tell me that this thing is aesthetically pleasing with the whole bun and all of that going on? I mean, they could have done something so different. This is coming from a character that looks like this, right? Ninja assassin, and this is what you give her for the gala. And meanwhile, they got Colossus out here straight PIMP style, you know, with the feathers and all of that on the collar. And then, you know, this is what I meant with the Mr. Sinister outfit. You know, they got my boy out here looking like Dracula and shit. Straight looking Transylvanian. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it wasn't a bad look, but I suppose it fits, right? And then this one for Emma, I'm not understanding the hat, but the outfit itself is actually pretty dope. Yeah, I'm actually liking the diamonds on the feet, like you know, you got them red bottoms, she got them diamond bottoms on. So yeah, that was actually pretty live right there. Let's go ahead and get into timeline survival. And that's how we got only one more day. I've been missing days on this thing, so I'm gonna try to get this board completed. And yeah, we'll just go from there. Okay, so that's a store, that's not a boss. That's what I was wondering. And then I have to head north to that other one. And actually, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut south and then bring it back north. Or no, we'll hit up the store. We'll hit up the store. Okay, we got us a 4-star. Alright, so we did bring some heavy hitters just in case, but then we also brought some other folks. Let's pick up. Okay, that's actually dope. Go ahead and head south. Do some more picking up. And what we're gonna try to do is circle back around so we can get as much of this board covered as possible, but then still, you know, find the boss. Got a landmark here, and we got a landmark here. Like I said, me missing those days really kind of put me behind the 8 ball in terms of temporal energy. And actually, I need to see if there's any more temporal energy for me to pick up, because I don't think I got all my temporal energy for the day. Nope, I still got plus 36. That's actually a good thing. Loki's trick, let's see what happens. HP of one participating character. Down by 25%, so that actually sucks. You know what, let's go around that. Hey, pick up a freebie. There's actually a whole lot of board there. See what this is. We got us a red store. Let's go over here to this shop. See what's cracking. I don't want no phoenix feathers. Okay, there's the second boss. Go ahead and pick up Loki's trick. Okay, the recovery rate increased by 10%. Okay, we got my guy Malekith right there. And formidable team, so we'll throw Adam in there as well. And we'll let my guy Odin get out there. So, I mean, this is completely doable with tier 2 characters. We got one more boss to get. Like, that's the best part about this is the these chests. So you really want to make sure you're picking up those. Let's go ahead and get Loki's trick. That's probably going to be another red shop up there. Increase temporal energy by 4. It's actually dope. Oh, it's just a red chest. I'll bet that. Much better than a shop. That's a 4-star ISO. And so we actually reached the other side of the map. And you see I am actually skipping a few of these fights. And the reason for that is I'm trying to save temporal energy, because it doesn't cost you any temporal energy to move as long as it's not a fight or a shop or a landmark or something like that. Or I think Loki's trick also charges temporal energy. You see, I'll stay 152. Oh no, it does actually take temporal energy for me to move backwards. Okay, so let's not do that again. Yeah. So that actually sucked. I might as well pick up the fights then. I actually thought it was the other way around, but I hadn't really been paying attention. My guy Odin sitting over here flying. You know what? Let's not go around the landmark. Let's go ahead and hit it up. We'll go around Loki's. See, and we'll do that one. Okay, so that's all you pick up from those. Let's go ahead and make sure we pick up all of these chests. Temporal energy increased by 5. That's another ISO chest. And good old Midtown Manhattan. You know what? I actually wonder if they changed Enchantress win animation. That's actually dope. I can go down to the bottom and pick that up. So we'll throw her in the leadership slot. Now it does actually make a difference. We'll throw Wasp in there. It actually does make a difference. If you're bringing one character versus 3, you get a little more of the TVA tokens. Didn't think of the name of them. But I was kind of screwing around with that earlier. So let's get off the bottom. So we got action. Throw Enchantress in the lead again because I really wasn't paying attention to the animation, the win animation. Okay. Actually, I think her win animation is a little different. Yeah, but I'll just show you here. So I bring just her and Wasp, and it take a little bit longer. Still got 6 TVA tokens. Then if I were to bring just the one character, I would get like 4 TVA tokens or something like that. We got a heroic comment card chest. That's actually dope. Now this time we'll just bring my guy Odin. Okay, and still got 6 TVA tokens. So they must have patched it, because when this thing dropped the first day, it was actually making a difference. Not that TVA tokens are very important. The other thing I also want to bring up, Netmarble, is you guys need to increase the amount of inventory slots once again. I talk about this because you keep adding resources to the game. Swords, and all of those different resources, the little Norn stones or whatever it is, the hell it is that goes into them, runes, right? Okay, so we got us a 6-star, a 5-star Enchantress. So we'll go head up and we'll see how this goes. Yeah, so not very hard at all, not even close. So what is this? Oh, and I can use a portal to do what exactly? Okay. That actually did save me a little bit of temporal energy. Okay, we're gonna forego those couple of squares at the bottom because there should be another boss headed back north, and I don't want to go all the way south just to go back north. So we'll forego those handful of squares, and we'll make it back to the north. Why you look like Drake? All right, back, gotta get something to eat. What you mean look like Drake? You say my God look. Oh, okay. So there's another red. Cool. But it is a box. It is not a boss. So and then of course we got another 80 temporal energy that we can get tomorrow as well. So it's not all bad news. The thing is, are there more than 3 bosses? If there are more than 3 bosses, then the odds of running across another boss is therefore increased. So that's a thing. Now, if there are only 3 bosses, then that's sort of problematic. All the rest of those red squares were only moves to the starting point. Wow, that screwed me over. Okay. Let's go ahead and clean these squares up then. If the boss is here, then that's a good thing. Get off the bottom. Let's mix it up a little bit. Yeah, we'll mix it up just a little bit. I don't know, they're probably gonna have to make this game mode a little bit harder. Just so it's more interesting. let's do it like that. Okay, I need to start heading up now. Skip over Loki's trick, because that trick was not funny. So we're still over 100 temporal energy, so I'll do my best to make it work. When we get to 100, we're probably going to back out and go pick up that other 36 through various game modes and then come back. And we'll just do it like that. Let's see, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna be on mobile though. I'm going on mobile. Okay, that's what's up. Actually, let's go this way, then head north, because we'll get more area coverage. Yeah, that 5th skill for Enchantress is dope. Opening the 5 portals and then sending the laser through. Really well really well designed skill, I think. Now, one thing about game modes like this is they do have a certain way of making us appreciate the little stuff about a character. Of course, you gotta kind of pay attention, but you know what? I think I'm gonna solo dolo it the next time and hit him with the charm, and I'm gonna see if she can handle 1 6-star, she can handle. If she can handle 1 5-star, she can handle 3 4-stars. That's not really a problem. Let y'all beat each other up. Now you can actually have some fun with it if you want to. I got 1 2 3 4. If I do this fight, then I can hurry up and skip all the way over there at the cost of a shitload of temporal energy. They can't even take her 2nd skill on 1 star. Okay, so I haven't been through here. Cool. It means the possibility. Well, I think it was just that 1 square anyway. And that actually sucks because I do think if there's nothing there, then they shouldn't be charging temporal energy. Like, I can understand if there's something there. If there's nothing there, I shouldn't have to pay for that. Yeah, so we're just gonna be avoiding Loki's trick since he wants to be a funny guy and send you back to the fucking start. Do not pass go, do not collect 200 ass shit. But we'll just be going around those from now on. I actually thought I threw Adam in there too. And let's see what's up with the landmark. Twisted New York. Yeah, the landmarks are a skip. We'll go hit up the fight and go around that store. I need to take a look at that temporal energy because I'm quite sure I'm under 100 by now. Yep, we're at 98. We'll get in a few more because I want to start heading north so I can see what's what. I kind of get a lay of the land. We'll do this one more fight. Let Enchantress go to town. Okay, let's go pick up some temporal energy. Okay, so we got Jean is still on the ban list. On the debuff list, we got Wolverine making another appearance. We got Spidey still there. We got Hulk coming back. And then we got Gore and Wasp. So we're probably gonna adjust this team. We do got access at Carnage again. So that's kinda huge. Even though my Carnage is not tier 4 just yet. He still does have a 5-star artifact, so that's gonna go a long way for him. You also have to take into account when certain characters pop up, they're not gonna be as necessarily as useful. We'll slap my man Carnage back, and we will bring doesn't make much sense to bring Hela. We gotta deal with that Thanos without Incredible Hulk, so that is kind of the problem for me this week. Without an Incredible Hulk, without a Jean, gotta deal with that guy and still be able to deal with Adam Warlock and possibly a Carnage. And that guy at tier 4 is an absolute hoss. So, maybe bringing somebody like Ancient One wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, we'll leave it locked in like that. That's cool. Yeah, the main thing is getting that guy out of the way. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Oh, wow. Got us a crash. First one of the night. All right, bro. Thanks for dropping through edits. My guy Miles, I see you, bro. I appreciate the support. Let's see, we gotta get back in Otherworld battle here. We can grab this fight and be all right. Also, if you guys do not know, there is a timeline participation event going on right now. We actually got the dub on that victory, but Greetings Agents, this is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Fight. This was actually was it 5 days ago? So, you know, if you've been saving your temporal energy and all that stuff and not really necessarily spending it every day, agents, we need your help to solve anomalies supervillains caused on the timeline. Enter the timeline survival and share a screenshot of your exploration progress. Please check the details below. Event schedule. So after the event notice has been posted on 8/1 or 7/31, so you have to have it posted before then. Reward distribution announcement within 16 days. So that's actually today and tomorrow, depending on your time zone. So this is the last day for you guys to get in. You know, it was great to receive a 3 or 4 star artifact chest, and you copy your ID and all that stuff in there, and then you drop it on the event timeline survival page right over there. And for your troubles, you will get 200 black antimatter, 200 chaos Norn stones, and 60 boost points. Note, code names and IDs that have been changed during the event or incorrect code name IDs may be excluded from the event. Pretty much the same as all events, so please make sure you keep that in mind. The event posts are against other community policies may be excluded from the event. Marvel, the Walt Disney Company, and affiliates are not sponsors, administrators, or prize providers of the event. Employees of Marvel, Walt Disney Company, and affiliates, non-eligible Marvel. Wow, I've never seen them put that before. That's interesting that they would word that in there. But yeah, make sure you guys participate. If you want to see examples of how this thing goes, you got a bunch of guys. Saitama 45, House Defeated, Event Timeline Survival 9009. So yeah, this is just a few ways that you can go about doing that. Showing that you participated in the event. Photo of the board is also good, or screenshot or whatever. So yeah, make sure you guys are participating in that so you do not miss out. Anywho, back to the game. Also, my Eagles are looking really, really nasty for this upcoming football season. Hopefully they can get back to the bowl and get it this time. But you know, that whole organization from the Lorries and Howie Roseman and Nick Sirianni and all those boys been doing a bang up job putting that squad together. Especially in the wake of destruction that Chip Kelly left behind in the previous decade. So yeah. Absolutely stoked for this upcoming football season. At least for my birds, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to revamp my Doc Doom for PvP because yeah, that's definitely a must. Now, what I am kind of interested in, and we'll check this after this fight, is if I can keep going in timeline survival and build temporal energy. That way, I know it's a cap still, and I could just go play another game mode or whatever. But just curious. Okay. And actually, is Otherworld Battle on the temporal energy list? I thought it was. Let's see, we got Dimension Rifts, we got Story Mode, Normal and Regular, or Normal and Extreme. We got Alliance Battle. We got World Bosses on there, Shadowland is on there, GBR Dispatch, Dimension Rifts, and Multiverse Invasion. So we didn't pick up any temporal energy for any of that. Pretty interesting. And we're at 94. We'll be at 130 when we're done. Let's go ahead and knock off these world boss runs. We're not gonna be doing anything major as far as climbing or anything like that. We're just gonna blast through these now. Go ahead and switch to my guy Taskmaster. I don't want to get clapped. I'll chop him down then. Nasty. Hit him with that full counter. Let's light him up with old Storm here. Let's actually check on something right quick before I get started. Okay. And that I'm definitely gonna have to get a switch. Oh wow. Wow, she almost got clapped up. Wait for all your foolishness right quick. He ran from it. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Okay, that's why we had that team up there. So still working on his potential. I did not jump on that right away. And then I'll usually set him on a team and like sort of forget it. So yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I had him on this team to build or whatever, but I'd never really repeated the process through the rest of the world bosses. So I'm not gonna spend gold every single time to re-roll the world boss of the day. And if it's on a world boss that's good, I'll typically play that world boss. So and we are not gonna risk the tier 4, but we'll just switch to Wolverine. You know what? And trigger the artifact. That's actually pretty dope. All right, got a few more here to grab, and we'll see about sliding back over to Timeline Survival. Now, by this being a seasonal event, it really depends on, oh wow, he one-shotted Hulk. That's wild. So yeah. What was I about to say? I'm still tripping that he one-shotted Hulk like that. What was I finna say? I don't know. I actually kind of lost my train of thought there. There we go. see, I do have Odin almost ready to go to tier 3. I'm gonna have to build the resources up to tier 3 him. But we've almost got his gears to 25, so that's the first step, of course. Yeah, we at least got to get some kind of healing going. Right, so that's another 10 temporal energy. We're back up above a Yundit. I believe we have an alliance battle normal to participate in, and we can go to do a bunch of giant boss raids and come back. That's what I was thinking about. Was finishing off the temporal energy. Arming. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this run on auto right quick, and I will be right back. And we are back. Sorry about that. Had to go grab something to drink right quick. And we've been going for about 2 hours now, so you know, a little brief interlude was sort of up to par. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry about this. I do have to take another quick break. I promise you guys this will be the last one. And yeah, give me a sec. We'll keep the autoplay going though. Whilst you wait. So give me a sec. And we are back. I mean, but even with all the bugs and everything, I must say that them going with Odin and Malekith and Angela and Enchantress was just inspired. And we need more of that. We need so much more of that. That would breathe so much life into this game. Also, the timeline survival thing and being able to farm artifacts. I will say this. It is a great change. And it's gonna be a slow burn until the artifacts run out. So in order for them to make that content work, they're gonna have to keep dropping new characters so they can drop new artifacts. We still have quite a ways to go on artifacts. So hopefully they realize this before it becomes a critical mass sort of issue. And then that's going to vary from account to account, because if you're a gigantic sea creature, then you know, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a much less of a slow burn if your character is sitting, if you're a player that's already sitting on 125, 130 artifacts. There aren't even that many in the game, but just giving you the numbers based on the amount of characters that are in the game. Say you have, you know, 60 to 70% of the artifacts already. Well, it's going to be a lot less of a slow burn for you versus somebody that only has, you know, 20 or so artifacts, or 20% of the artifacts, right? That's kind of the point that I'm making there. Still inspired. Hopefully between this game mode's updates and the update that we got a while back for Dimension Rifts, for the artifact farming, when they first brought that whole system in, hopefully that sort of supercharges our ability to be able to farm artifacts. I'm kind of glad they didn't go the whole Celestial Essence route in here. And they went the guaranteed route where you're guaranteed to get a 3 or 4 star artifact. Where the long burn is gonna be is they only gave you 3 and 4 star artifacts. So if you want a 5 or a 6 star, you're not gonna get it out of here. So that's kind of the caveat there. It's also their angle as far as monetization, so it makes sense. But if you need an artifact to make a character work, or to get the most out of a particular character, then this is a great thing. You know, if I can get a Colossus artifact out of here, I will be happy. If I can get Magic's artifact out of here, I'll be happy. You know, and there are a few others. There are a few others that I kind of want. Now what's gonna suck is getting duplicates. That's also gonna make this a more of a long-term sort of project. So and they're gonna have to add new artifacts to the chest every time they update. They're gonna have to. It's not gonna make any sense for them not to do that. And speaking of artifacts and all that jazz, let's close this. Something else, I know we talked a little bit earlier about sports. We'll jump over here right quick. We got my man Dr. J over here giving his top 10 you know, no order, but Dr. J gives his top 10 via the Bleacher Report. We got Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Karl Malone, and Tiny Archibald. Personally, I'm not mad at this list. You had a lot of people complaining, no Steph, no LeBron. Well, this is the thing, right? You know, where's Curry? He said in this thing, and I'm not gonna play it, but he said in there, you know, love him or hate him, LeBron belongs on this list. The dude's lost more times in the finals than he's won, man. Like, they look at that. I look at that. You know, this guy here, if you say Tiny, Archibald, Oscar Robinson, Jerry West, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor deserve a top 10 over LeBron and Curry, that's the definition of blinded by nostalgia. It's not blinded by nostalgia. It's, you need to go back and watch some game footage. Tiny Archibald was the only player ever to lead the league in scoring and assists in the same year. Oscar Robinson was the first player to average a triple-double in a season. All of these cats got rings, man. The mailman is the mailman for a reason. Now, he doesn't have rings, but when you look at the game tape and how solid he was every single year and some of the shit that he was doing, man, it's like, I'm not mad at that list, but this is a lot of cats that really don't understand basketball that are making these criticisms of this list. It's not, you know, they didn't have nothing to say about Jordan. They didn't have nothing to say about Magic, of course. But then they want to bring up Oscar Robinson. Are you crazy? They didn't have anything to say about Kareem being on that list. They've probably never seen Elgin Baylor play. Right? But they just telling you how it is. It's just like a cat saying that this music today sucks. Right? They're not wrong. They're not wrong. Listen to some of the older stuff. Understand these cats wasn't sampling. They was playing instruments and all the, like, yeah. So I ran across that earlier on Twitter. I just thought I'd bring it up. But you know, one of the things that he mentioned in there was these guys' careers are still, they're still going. Let's, you know, before we start having GOAT conversations about them, let them finish their careers. Everybody that he had on the list was retired. Now, I will say this, just to play devil's advocate. I don't understand why Akeem Olajuwon wasn't on that list. I don't understand why Kobe Bryant wasn't on that list. Right? I don't understand why Tim Duncan wasn't on that list. Right? So I'm looking at it more so from that perspective. Long before we worry about talking about Curry or LeBron, like nobody mentioned them. These basketball so-called aficionados on Twitter, like, dude, stop the cap. Like, stop the cap. For real. If we're gonna keep it a buck, let's keep it all the way a buck. Let's see, we got where's that? Giant Boss Raid. I cannot believe Giant Boss Raid only gives you 1 point. That's crazy. It costs 25 energy. If anything, Giant Boss Raid should be giving you 5 temporal energy per run. You know, at least 3. You know what? Let's run over here to the Alliance right quick and make sure. Okay. So yeah, another interesting thing I thought, you know, you guys might be sort of interested in. Let me make sure this is muted so I can play this on my end. Yeah, that's what he said. They ain't played long enough. You gotta finish your career. Yeah. Yeah. He says people, you know, hate on the list because when he dropped that first 5, it messed up their whole list. And it's okay to disagree. That's the other thing. But you know, when some of these greats get to speaking, I gotta kind of listen to them because it's like you played this game at the highest level. You know what you're looking at. Especially if I know it's somebody that's like analytical about the game. Like, bro, I gotta take what you're saying into account. You're looking and you understand things like rule changes, and I had freed up so much different stuff that cats didn't have to deal with. No, that counts for something. If you actually did something that caused a rule to have to be changed because you were so dominant. I haven't seen that with LeBron. And then the other thing that I commented on that post, you got a lot of those garbage time minutes where they're up by, you go back and look at the tapes, but they're up by 20, 25 points in the fourth quarter, and you still got LeBron out there, with 7, 8 minutes left, 6 minutes left. And it's obviously a runaway game, and there's no hope for the other. Like, why? That's stat padding. That's also how you got to that 36,000, breaking Kareem's record. So, yeah. We gotta count for that. I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. Oh, this is gonna be work. Second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts. Something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want. What happened to the other guy? He died? He got booted. Oh, he was right there with me. Okay. And the other guy got booted. Somebody did. Right? Inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts. Something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want. Right. It's a square, bro. Acted like you didn't know where to go. Honest Gene got clapped because of it. That's cool. He's not doing anything anyway. Shama Lama Boom Boom. Okay. And he has his whole team, so I actually think that's the guy that got booted. I'm inspired by thirst. I'm inspired and we'll wait for that. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse. All right, let's crank it up. You never did shit, I know it hurts. Something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can And should be there on one more tier 4 rotation. There we go. There we go. Bet that. Let's go grab these mission joints. I actually think I don't have very much energy laying around like that, so let's go grab Carnage. We can upgrade this guy's artifact again.
I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second.
There we go.
About the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts. Something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's
Sure, we can lock down a crit rate and enhance it. Let's get rid of all of these while I'm at it. Oh.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most.
All right, so that's another 4 temporal energy.
I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst.
I actually need to pick these up as well.
I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts.
Because that's just free cosmic celestial essence. I'm sorry, cosmic. What am I thinking? And so that's another 110 celestial essence. I actually need to do a quick check. And we're sitting on 2,000 celestial essence, and we should have enough to grab a couple of comic cards. Yeah. Wow, we just got that too with those last 10 premium tokens. Yeah, so let's see. Let's see if we get lucky. We might get that elusive Lunar Snow card, because we have not been able to grab that thing. So we got us another New Avengers number 9. And what else are we getting? Black Panther. Wait a minute, that's not 166. No, that's 166. Yeah, we don't have Black Panther 166 either. So that actually sucks. Cool that we got a couple of premium cards, but not necessarily the ones that I wanted. So yeah. Let's go ahead and craft a few X Gene. We can pick up these and yeah. Let's go to the inventory right quick. We can lock down those new premium cards.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out.
And we'll slide back over here to Timeline Survival. So we got another 10 energy we need to pick up. Let's see, we can run our timeline battles and go grab those. The band characters in platinum. So we got demoted. Our Thanos, Spider-Man 2099. Only major one is Thanos and Daredevil. I suppose maybe Cap. Nothing really major. So we can actually get out there with our Spider-Man.
Inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse.
That's actually dope. Let's get it. Oh wow, my guy went out there and got lead in between the second and the third row. Okay, so let's change the plans here. Let's see if me putting Wolverine and Adam out there with Jean actually helps. He must have like the 3-star artifact. All right, my guy. We couldn't pull it off. We couldn't pull it off. But then again, my Jean isn't built for this. She's built the other way. So no Mighty Egg. Hey, there we go. I don't get a victory under your belt. Oh, this Colossus has an insight. But no artifact on the Jean. What all does he have going on her? He's got the Mighty Rage on Jean. And then he doesn't have the artifact on Adam. He does have a chain hit. This should be pretty light work. Okay, why the hell is my Wolverine on cooldown? That's wild. Oh, that Spidey's actually gonna have a chance if I can make it to him, and I can't, so. That was a pretty tanky Atom for no artifact. Now that I actually did make the switch because I needed something to take out that Spidey. I really should have done it off rip, and then I would have stood a much better chance against this Atom, but as it stands, still 4 lives to get through. I don't know if Jean's gonna be able to pull it off with a Rage. Maybe if she had a Mighty Egg. But with the Rage, yeah. And I really do think that it's such the case now where attack is so outpacing defense and HP that it's really not as relevant as it used to be. Like, unless you just stack like a ridiculous amount of HP on your cards. Because I mean, I'm sitting on 50% and I'm getting just waxed. In a lot of cases, I'm barely surviving. I'm never really dominating. in timeline, whereas before there were teams that I knew, going in, oh, this is just, I'm gonna dominate this without even looking at the stats, you know. Of course, that should be the case here. Shouldn't make it past my Adam, but like Heimdall was the only thing that stood a snowball's chance in hell on that particular encounter, and we all know his time in the so-called meta was like non-existent. You could pull off some cheeky stuff with him when the uniform was new, but now, and you still needed the artifact to do it. But yeah. Oh, Wolverine. Wait a minute, they triggered his artifact? Okay. Yeah. Yep. Tough sledding in timeline. But it's cool, we picked up the temporal energy that we needed. Win, lose, or draw. So we are at 130. We also have an additional 80 temporal energy coming in tomorrow. Hopefully that'll be enough for us to complete the board if we're not able to complete it here. You know what? Even though this says boss, it's not the right type of boss, so we're gonna go ahead and do this fight. And they need to clarify that for players, actually. Yeah, we're dodging Loki's little trick. And, sure. We'll clean this one out. We'll save some just in case we need to teleport. Let's clap it up. One thing. Go ahead and head this way. We're not gonna worry about that boss. Oh yeah, it's time to pick up. Okay, so you can get a little bit. We'll go ahead and do Hydra Mountain Base again. So you can pick up a little bit of Celestial Essence out of here. So that's also another good thing. Yeah, so whenever this event rolls around, we'll dodge Loki's trick there. Let's hit up this red survival shop. Oh, 15 temporal energy? Hell yeah. Artifact? Hell yeah. Gonna chill on the BAM. Okay. Let's see what this is. There's the last boss. So we know where the last boss is. So that's actually dope. That means we can go around and kind of time this thing out to clear out the rest of the board. We also have that additional 80 tomorrow. So yeah. And like, as you guys can see, I really didn't choose the best way to tackle this, but effective nonetheless. I actually got sent back from a Loki trick. It actually cost me a little bit of temporal energy. I'd say at least 10. So now I really am interested in completing this thing, so I can see just if there's an additional boss tile or anything like that, or if it's just the let's go ahead and check out the shop. Hey, another 15 temporal energy. and we'll pick up the 30 Phoenix Feathers. And I'm not cleaning out the shops just in case of the teleport. I know I probably should. But those portals are, at least the first one was 100. I don't know if it's going to be more to go back through. I also don't know if there is another portal. Yeah, they can keep the buffs, but I will take that. We're still sitting pretty on the temporal energy. At well over 100, so and we'll do this scrap and then we'll get back off of the edge. Got Colossus just coming down through there. Okay, so that actually wasn't a boss fight. And we've already been all the way over there, so we'll start working our way back to the boss. And I do believe we would have just about every square uncovered for the most part, so that's actually gonna be dope. Another 5 temporal energy, I will take that. I'm not gonna pick up that 55 BAM just yet. Energy. Gonna make me go all the way around Loki's trick. Now, I tell you what'll be interesting, but I don't think that's the case because it's an event. But I don't think your temporal energy is going to carry over from one event to the next. So any temporal energy that you have now, if you don't use it, that's basically it. So, you know, that's the other reason why I'm not going straight to the boss. In lieu of uncovering as many of these squares as I possibly can. Okay. All right, got some advanced Uru. Really don't even want to enter this fight, but actually I probably completed it already. Yep, makes you fight him every time. Boy straight tried to skate on that beatdown. All right, we'll go ahead and pick up that 15 piece. Now, the TVA tokens, on the other hand, I think you should be able to stack up on those. You should be able to stack up on your TVA tokens. That way, you can come in and you can clean out every single shop. You know, if you like grind them and save them to the next sort of issue. So, yeah, I mean, the board is looking pretty complete. There is a square over there. Just a couple of them. Let's clean those out right quick. Right? I think it's that one chest over there. I'll have to do one fight to go get it. Let's go get it. We got energy to burn. That dude ran in a battle. I'm trying to get around and it still got clipped. So 2 fights. You just singled yourself out to catch a bad one. That's all it was. This Joker here is almost dead. So let's go ahead and pick up this last boss fight. We'll see if Odin can solo dolo this Joker. Definitely. Without breaking a sweat. Boss defeated. Yes, sir. Okay, now if you click stay right there, like I did, you actually get to stick around after you beat all 3 bosses. And then the chest actually got sent to my inbox, so this is all the crap I've been picking up. Go ahead and snatch that up, and let's see what artifact we get. As you see, the chest has a 23-hour expiry, and I do believe I get a second chest when I end the timeline. So we got Groot, and just for shits and giggles, we'll go back in there and we'll just end it. So the mission is complete. Right now, if I want an additional entry, I'd have to spend the deal, but then I don't have enough timeline survival temporal energy to complete that. And I wasn't even thinking about picking all of that up earlier. I don't know what I'm thinking on. Okay, so we may actually have to wait, because I do believe there was a second chest that you're supposed to be able to get. But